Once upon a time, in a small town nestled in the mountains, there lived a family who had just moved into a large, old house at the edge of the forest. The family consisted of a mother, father, and their 2 children, a boy and a girl. They were excited to start their new life in the peaceful surroundings of the town. But little did they know, something sinister was lurking in the shadows. On their first night in the house, the family was awakened by strange noises coming from the attic. The father decided to investigate, but when he climbed up the ladder and opened the door, he found nothing but darkness. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind rushed past him, making him shiver in fear. From that night on, strange things began to happen in the house. The family started to hear voices in the middle of the night, and objects would move by themselves. One day, the children claimed to have seen a ghostly figure lurking in their room. The parents tried to ignore it and believed it was just their imagination. But soon, the occurrences became more frequent and terrifying. The family started to experience strange smells that seemed to come from nowhere. The mother would often feel like she was being watched, and the father would have nightmares about a shadowy figure chasing him in the woods. They tried to leave the house, but every time they tried to leave, something would prevent them from doing so. It was like they were trapped in the house, and the house itself was alive. One day, the father found an old journal hidden behind a wall in the attic. The journal belonged to the previous owner of the house, who had mysteriously disappeared. In it, the previous owner had written about the strange happenings in the house, and how he had tried to escape but failed. He had written about a dark presence that had taken over the house and was feeding on the fear and terror of its occupants. The father realized that the only way to break the curse was to face the dark presence head-on. He gathered his family, and they went into the forest, where the dark presence was said to reside. They soon found themselves in a clearing, surrounded by twisted trees and a thick fog. Suddenly, the ground beneath them began to shake, and a voice boomed from the trees, demanding that they leave. The family stood their ground, and soon, a figure emerged from the fog. It was a tall, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. The family could feel its malevolent energy emanating from it, and they knew that they had to fight it. They stood together and faced the dark presence, and with a burst of courage, they managed to banish it from the house and the town. The family left the town soon after, but their memories of the terrifying experience stayed with them forever. The town eventually became known as a place where dark energies and entities resided, and people would often avoid it. The house, however, still stood, waiting for its next unsuspecting victim to move in and fall under the spell of the dark presence. Once